What's up, it's Ozzy here to talk about an artist I believe doesn't get enough credit for the bars they spit. How dare you say rap is dead when we have lyrical genius Kid Buu still dropping records? Kid Buu abuses these bars like he does children. Don't let the kid and Kid Buu fool you. We're talking about a 40-year-old old head. So Kid Buu has a ton of years behind him to own his craft. He doesn't rely on gimmicks and shock value. He's just living his face tatted, pink dreaded, 40-year-old clone life. Which, if you ask me, it's very relatable. But you don't have to take my word for it. We can check out Kid Buu's most popular song, Death to SoundCloud. This isn't a loosey-goosey record that Kid Buu dropped. This was a prophecy. No, a vision into the future. Kid Buu dropped this record on the night of the longest blood moon in history. The reason this was the longest blood moon in history is because Kid Buu killed SoundCloud. The reason he did it is because he is supposed to be the last rapper to come out of the SoundCloud wave. And we already know the SoundCloud wave is where all lyrical greats like Lil Pump, Lil Xan, 6ix9ine, and many more came out of. So Kid Buu being the last SoundCloud rapper out of SoundCloud is basically a battle victory royale. He deserves a Purple Heart for his bravery. But now that we got his background out of the way, we have Kid Buu in the song saying, quote, "She thought my coupe was a ghost, told that bitch no this a wraith," end quote. Kid Buu with this song's opening is here to drop some knowledge. He isn't here to drop some fluff and puff lines about materialistic items. Here he is showing us the difference between two cars, one being a wraith and the other being a ghost. Because that's an issue that we all face together in everyday life. But thanks to Kid Buu, our brain is now able to distinct the difference between two automobiles, a ghost and a wraith. Also, don't forget that Kid Buu is a literary genius. With the lines, quote, "The stars on my roof look like space diamonds on my rollie, face shine like the roof on my wraith," end quote. You see, this is an advanced literary device that only a few master. A simile. For you non-scholars, this is where you compare two objects. Here we have Kid Buu comparing his fake rollie to his least wraith. So the comparison being of two fake objects. Kid Buu also gets personal on this record with the quote, "Kid Buu a demon, he's not from the human race." Here he explains on Genius that originally his body is from the human race, as all bodies are, right? But then he submitted his cell plans to aliens 3 years ago, and since then, he has not been human. Please drop an F for his cell structures, please. Also, we got aliens stealing cell structures. I thought they were supposedly stealing jobs, but Kid Buu isn't afraid to go in depth about losing his cell structure virginity. Even though he didn't give the aliens any consent, hashtag Boo2 movement, hashtag cancel aliens. But anyways, Kid Buu drops gems and other lines like the line from his song Papa saying, quote, "Give her bomb dick like a missile, then kick her out like jiu-jitsu." No, Kid Buu isn't a jihadi extremist or Kakashi Sensei from that popular cartoon Avatar: The Last Airbenders. He's using something called exaggeration, something many rappers use when they exaggerate their life, whether it's money, cars, jewelry, being trapped in 360, and whatnot. But Kid Buu is exaggerating being with a woman, because we as an audience know Kid Buu is in his 50s, so he isn't able to give anything bomb, and if he were to kick her out physically, he would more likely than throw his back out. Another line we have is Kid Buu flexing his enormous vocabulary, saying, quote, "Hating on me is blasphemy." You hear that? Blasphemy. That isn't a young mumble rapper word. That's a 40-year-old man, pink dreaded clone word. Whenever Kid Buu falls off, he can always fall back on an English professor career. And to sum it up, Kid Buu is really about these bars. And it's easy to see because he is over 40, so he was living in that boom bap era. So we should appreciate Kid Buu right now before the aliens come back for his cell structure. I'm Ozzy, let me know what you think about Kid Buu's bars, and I'm out.